Okay, I'm trying something a little bit different this time. I got some drive time, and this is going to be a lengthy video. It's going to be a lengthy show, okay? I don't even really know what to call this one. Probably dealing with aggravating people. How would y'all think about that? Because that's something that, you know, if we ever go through SHTF, stuff hitting the fan, or TEOTWAWKI, which is the end of the world as we know it, or world without rule of law, WROL, or grid down situation, you're going to deal with some folks that are going to irritate you, because the best and the worst of people come out during crisis. If you want to find out, oh, you know what? I apologize. In this episode, we're going to be talking about dealing with difficult people. Cue the intro. Bam, 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 bam. Better than bye-bye. Plant-based homestead prepper. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me. This is Roderick Chappelle. I am your host of Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, and I want to thank you up front for being here. Let's get into it. So, if you ever want to see people act the worst that people are ever going to act, if you want to get a glimpse of how people will act when grid down or SHTF situations will occur, put them in charge of a wedding, a funeral, and you will see the absolute best and worst in people. Hands down, okay? The best and the worst in people. I remember 10 years ago when Jennifer and I got married, I had just gotten to my wit's end. I had gotten to the point where, anyway, I don't even want to tell that story because that's such a bad story. It's a good one, but I'll tell y'all another time. We got a lifetime to be together. So, dealing with difficult or annoying people. I always try to teach, and I try to use the golden rule. You know, do unto others as you have them do them. Do you treat others the way you want to be treated? That's the golden rule. And if you live by that with reason, you should be fine. Will people still be buttholes? You can't control what people do, okay? You can't control what anybody else does on this planet. You can, however, control your attitude, and you can control your activities. So, in my profession, I'm a customer service driven technician. I always try to give people great service because you never know when your paths are going to cross again, okay? And just because somebody might be having a bad day or a rough day, and they may take it out on me, I don't take that personal, okay? I have enough self-confidence within myself to know that, okay, they might be having a bad day. And there have been some times where people have really pushed my buttons. And it takes a lot. It takes so much to get up under my skin. It takes a lot. I have very thick skin. And that's one thing I'd recommend you guys to start developing now. Develop some thick skin, because if anything ever happens, it's gonna be some ruthless things going on. Especially when people get hungry. You know, we were talking the other day, and somebody was like, yeah, hungry people are desperate people, and desperate people do crazy things, and they do. Desperate people and hungry people, they're unpredictable, okay? They're very unpredictable. So, some things that I try to do, that's one thing that I try to do. I treat others the way I like to be treated. And with the folks that I service, a lot of times, people are already talking down upon them, and they're already looking at them in a, I hate to say non-human way, but people are already mistreating them. So I'm probably overly nice and kind to the people that I service. Yeah, I'm probably overly that. Now, when I deal with folks that are just plain evil, I try to avoid those kind of folks. Cause see, I'm not gonna let your evilness take me there, you know. Cause and you have to know yourself. To thy own self be true. You have to know yourself. You have to know the situations that you can handle and the situations that you can't handle. If you're not, and I don't take this word the wrong way, if you're not mature enough to deal with certain people, then don't deal with certain people. If you know you have a family member that every time, you know, y'all get together, they piss you off, then I'd advise you not to be around that family member. I have a family member, I have an outlaw. That's what sometimes we call in-laws. I have an in-law that every time I'm around me, just, you know, I don't have too many things to say. That's, you know, I'm very quiet. I'm quiet anyway in a social environment. I know you guys think I'm such an extrovert and I'm like the life of the party, and you know, I would, if we was on, you know, if we had a mic and a stage, I'd be the first one to jump on the stage and start performing or start talking or whatever. Not really. No, not really. If I'm invited, yeah, I'll do it, but I'm really truly an introvert. That's why this is so perfect for me, because I can talk to the camera and nobody's heckling me. Nobody's talking back and all that good stuff. Now, when I'm in a setting where I am speaking from stage, I like crowd participation and I do things really quick. You guys notice when, you know, as soon as you come in with me, I get things to try to engage you, to get into what I'm saying, because I know, oh, also bam, 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 hit the like button. See, told y'all I abuse my subs here. I abuse you guys. Pow, hit the like. Pow, hit the sub. So I try to do things to engage a crowd, because the information I'm gonna put out to you, I know I'm gonna drop one nugget that's gonna help you move forward in your life. I already know that, because it just is what it is. There's a lot of information up here and it's got to get out. And I'm not saying that to be, you know, arrogant or conceited or whatever. I've just been through so much. And I've done so much, so many things. I have so many life experiences. Yeah, I was thinking about the other day. I have been to 32 countries. I don't know many people have been to 32 states. You know, and I've been to 32 countries. I'm not saying it to brag, it's just my experience, it's life experience. And as one of my mentors, Les Brown, says, he says to live full and die empty. Live full and die empty. And what I'm trying to do, especially with this platform, I'm trying to let it all out, because I know I have some stories. I know I have some tips, some tricks and all that good stuff that's going to help you. I know it. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. So, you know, dealing with people, treat people the way you want to be treated. If you know you're going to be around somebody who just plucks your nerves, pushes your buttons, gets under your skin, I would truly advise you to avoid them, you know, until you know you've gotten to the point where you're mature enough that you can overlook that kind of stuff, or you can have a cordial conversation and you know they're going to say things or do things that are going to get up on your skin, and then it doesn't bother you. And like I tell you guys, I'm big on goal setting. Huge goal setter, okay? Probably because, you know, that's where I've been trained and I see it works. So if that's something that you need to work on, make that a goal. You know, by X amount of time, by X amount of date, I am going to make sure that every time I'm around such and such person, or whenever I get into this situation, I recognize it early and I won't react like I've been reacting. You know, start being more proactive than reactive. And I'm not talking about the skincare, you know, line. I'm talking about you being proactive in your life. That was a joke. Y'all supposed to be laughing. I don't know if y'all caught it or not, you know. But anyway, I'm funny to myself. All right, hit the like button. If you haven't hit it, hit the like button. I told you I abuse my subs. So, Oh, goodness. Anyway, the reason why this came about, I just got finished dealing with somebody who is rather difficult to deal with. And I was just, extremely nice. Like I'm always nice. I'm always kind. But, when I go to that, you'll see that person, I'm extremely kind. I'm almost too kind. Almost too nice. To the point where I think now they know and they feel it. And they were extra kind today. They were extra nice. I was like, oh, okay. So I treat you the way I want to be treated, and finally you catch on. Okay. Now tomorrow might be another story. That's why I went back and finished up my job, because I told them I was gonna come back tomorrow. I was like, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. But when I thought about it, I said, I may catch them on the wrong day. So I'm gonna go ahead and never put off tomorrow what you can do today. So I went ahead and got what I needed to get as far as supplies, went back and boom, took care of their problem. And they were really, really happy. And I'm happy, that's what I like doing. I like to see people smile. I like to see people happy when I leave. I don't want them to be happy twice. I want them to be happy when I show up and happy when I leave, because I irritate them, upset them, piss them off, whatever. I want them to be happy when I show up and happy that when I leave, because I've taken care of their problem. Because usually people don't call me unless they have a problem. I am a problem solver. I'm a fixer. Okay, I'm a repairer. But more than that, I'm an engager and I'm an encourager. And I have the uncanny ability of just being encouraging to people, even when you are typically not so nice. I had some explicitives, but this is a rated G program. So, and God only knows, I hope this never happens. Man, I thought I had turned those chimes off. You know what? Every time y'all catch me, at least it's not vibrating, okay? At least it's not vibrating this time. But if and when STH happens, I knew I should have taken the other way. It's all kind of emergency lights up here and everything. So I'm gonna make a U-turn and I'm gonna turn around and go the other way. I'm not gonna deal with this. If and when SHTF happens, TEOTWAWKI goes down, the balloon goes up, or the grid falls apart, and we're in a grid down situation. At that point in time, the first few days may be okay. That's why I really want you guys, it will be up on my channel tonight. American Blackout. I want you guys to watch American Blackout, because I really think that National Geographic's put that thing together exactly the way that people will react. I really believe that. I think the first day, maybe two, I think people are going to be all right. But I think once the masses realize that this is going to be a temporary, permanent situation, what I mean by that is, when the masses realize it's going to last longer than 5, 6, 7 days, and they understand that the power's not coming back, or they understand that we've been hit by an EMP, or they start to understand. Because see, we preppers, we're going to know immediately. Because it's not going to make any sense to us. If there's a blackout on the East Coast, which is where I live, and it spreads to central United States, I'm like, okay. And then it goes to California. We're going from like phase 1 to phase freaking 3. We're going to bypass phase 2. We're on high alert, okay? And the only next step is like phase 4. Or if you're going backwards, we're going to go from phase 4 up to phase 2. The only thing that is different is at phase 1, it's a free fall at that point. And once that happens, you gotta protect your family. You gotta protect your assets. You gotta protect, what you have in your life. If and when, hopefully it never gets to that point. Hopefully we live for the next 1,000 years and we just figure it out. Hopefully. But is that likely? Who knows? We can get hit by a solar flare. You know, we can get hit by an EMP. We can get hit by, I don't know, shoot, a mega storm could come through. And see, and I firmly believe that anything that they're making movies about, I think that they already know. And when I say they, I'm talking about, you know, movie producers and things. I think they're already figuring out things. Like, perfect example, iRobot. This is I think it's an early 2000s film with Will Smith. I love the movie, by the way. All it is just predicting artificial intelligence. You know, and if AI ever develops to the point where, and it is already, where it's thinking, it's constantly evolving, and it starts making its own, I mean, we really truly will be in the Matrix. We really truly will be run by, you know, artificial intelligence, by robots. What's the robot's name? Sophie or something like that? She already said that, you know, she's going to take over the world. I think that's her name, Sophie or something. They got some artificial intelligence robot thing, and she was like, "Oh yeah, my goal is to take over humans or something." It was something to that effect. You know, I hate to misquote. I'm about to say people. Hate to misquote beings. So I mean, we have a lot to think about. You know, especially on the west. If you're on the West Coast, I mean, you got not only do you have a high population out there, but you guys have earthquakes and, well, heck, we had an earthquake here about 4 years ago. So I can't even say you guys have earthquakes. We have earthquakes now. You know, and there's just so much that we're doing that could cause our own demise. But thanks be to, some say God, some say the universe, some say our higher selves. I'm just hoping, really truly hoping, that we never have to live through that. I don't want to see the end of the world as we know it. I'm prepping for it. I don't want to see it though. You know, I kind of like my life. My life is pretty good. You guys probably like your lives. You know, I like being able to go to the kitchen, flip the switch on, and go in the refrigerator and get me some avocados and make me some guacamole. You know, I figured out a doggone quick way of doing it. I didn't even know we had a food processor in the kitchen. And when my wife showed me how to fix it and showed me how it worked, I said, wait a minute, you mean tell me I can put an avocado in there, some tomato, cilantro, jalapenos, and hit this freaking switch? Well, it's not even a switch. You just put the lid on and the thing just automatically makes it. I was like, are you serious? It cut my time from making, all right, hit the like button. It cut my time down from like 6-7 minutes of making guacamole down to like 2 minutes. That means I can eat it a lot faster. So now I got like guac on demand. I'm serious. Now see, stuff like that excites me. It might not, you might not give a crap. You might not give a care about being able to make guacamole in 2 minutes. But for somebody that was taking like, and oh my God, it was taking me like 7 to 10 minutes to make a bowl of guac. Now, I just throw my ingredients inside the food processor, and bam, I'm eating. I'm like, oh my God. And then I figured I could make some more stuff with the food processor. See, I just started being plant-based back in this January. And I didn't know that it was that good. It's just like juicing. I get up every morning, most mornings, I juice. I had never juiced before January. I know you guys look at me like now, oh, he's a pro at juicing. I am now because I've juiced so much. You know, they say if you do something 10,000 hours, you're a professional. And that's the way it feels. I've been juicing since January every day. And then I did a 43-day, you know, fast where I did water for 21 and then juices for 22. So, yeah, I'm kind of a pro at juicing. I mean, it's like chop, peel, and boom, we got juice. We're drinking. And that's a meal for us, you know. Making smoothies. I mean, shoot, I can make a smoothie in less time than I can make guac. And like pour your water or your almond milk in the pitcher, strawberries, blueberries, and the thing, I got the Ninja Chef. So all I gotta do is click it on smoothie, hit the button, and this thing does it itself. It knows when to stop. So who in their right mind wouldn't want to give up those modern day conveniences? You know, I know we shouldn't, but every now and then we'll get some cooked vegan or some vegetarian, like some vegan burgers or something like that. And if I don't feel like putting them in the oven, I'll throw them in the microwave. I know that's terrible. I know that's terrible. But golly, it's convenient. You want to eat real quick, throw that joke in there, and in 2 minutes you're eating. I could literally throw a vegan chicken patty in the mic, fix my guac, flip the chicken patty over, and by the time my guac is ready, my chicken patty is ready, throw it on. I must be hungry. Throw it on some Ezekiel bread. Or throw it on a regular bun. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you guys a guilty pleasure right now. And I know it's terrible, but I'm gonna tell you this. And it's one of those big brands, and I know it cannot be good for you. But Ballpark makes some of the best hamburger buns. They must put crack in those buns. Cause I was like, I had never eaten them before. Okay, we don't eat a lot of bread anyway, and when we do, it's usually some flaxseed bread or some. I don't know what we be buying, to be honest with you, here lately. Because since January, we are not the people we used to be. But it was funny to me. I messed around and I just picked them up one day and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try these. Because I had gotten away from all of the main brands. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I had gotten away from the main brands, okay? And I tried these Ballpark hamburger buns. And it was like crack. I was like, what the? It makes you like fall in love. You guys ever been in love before? Golly. And I'm gonna get back on target of treating people the way you want to be treated. I'm dealing with difficult people. I'm gonna get back to that, I promise you. I must be hungry though. Are you guys hungry? Please go to the kitchen right now and eat you some fruits and veggies for me. Please go do that. Please, please, please. And I shouldn't be hungry because I've been juicing. I've been juicing all day, okay? I do want some guac. I did stop and get me some guac earlier from Chipotle. They finally got some avocados in. You know, that's that food shortage we've been talking about. But I did stop and get me a little cup of guac earlier. Let me show you. Where is it? Here it is. Now, what is that gonna do with somebody? Y'all tell me, what does this do for somebody? But it's amazing. That little cup is just enough for those like 25 chips that they give you. That right there. That's been my breakfast and lunch. So yeah, it's probably time for me to eat something. When I get home, I'm probably gonna make me some guac, y'all, just so y'all know, okay? Because I've been craving it like crazy. But nobody can make guac like my wife. I hate to admit it. She beats my guac by like tenfold, at least 1,000 times. I mean, at least. This chick can make some guac that she'll make you want to slap somebody. Oh. Can y'all tell I love guacamole? Hit the like button. So, back to dealing with difficult people. And I know I've gone on. I told you guys I had some drive time. I had some things to get off my chest. This is great. This is great therapy. I'm telling you. This is great therapy for me. Dealing with difficult people. One, treat them the way you want to be treated. If you can't deal with them, you're not mature enough to deal with them, avoid them like the plague. Avoid them like they are a grid down situation. Avoid them and work on yourself. How do you work on yourself? Now, there are several things that you can start doing. Y'all forgive me. I got something in my eye for some reason. There are several things you can start doing. Number one, keep listening to my channel. Okay, keep coming back here because I'm gonna give you tips and tricks, and I'm gonna give you life application things you can do. But start reading, and because one thing I've noticed since I've been reading, a reader is a leader by nature. Okay, it just is what it is. And when you're reading, you're activating things in your mind. You're activating something. I don't have any scientific background on this, okay? I'm just telling you guys what has happened in my life. When you start reading, you will start developing different characteristics and or just experiences. You know, that's like my book, my Yes I Can't series. People that have read my book, they're like, oh my God, Roger, I didn't know you went through that, and that's so awesome, where you put it together, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, it's just, you know, it's I hate to say it's natural because it sounds so arrogant, but that's just my life, you know? I've been through so much crap. But you go through things so that you can bless and help other people. So start reading. Number 2, really work on your mind, okay? And that's part of reading, but work on your mind with videos on YouTube. I mean, you guys, I'm just now starting this channel, but for the last probably 3 or 4 years, I have been consuming so much information on YouTube from different people that I follow. And on my original channel, I have probably followed every prepper on YouTube. I have probably followed every sales leader on YouTube. I have probably followed and listened to and been taught by. I have spent countless hours. I guarantee you guys don't log as much, you know, time on YouTube as I do. I guarantee it. It's not even possible. Matter of fact, every month, and I'm grandfathered into my data program every month, and I have unlimited data. Now, I don't understand how this works, but I have unlimited data. How do I go over my unlimited data? It's all a scam. It's all a scam. Pow, pow, hit the like button. So, yeah, start consuming some content that is going to be beneficial to your mind. And then 3, start producing your own content. And I know that's so counterproductive for my channel, because if you start producing your content, then that means that's more time that you're away from my channel. But I believe this: give and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, shall men give into your bosom. I really truly live by that scripture. And I would probably quote that one 972,000 times, because I believe that one. Okay? I know that one. I know that one works. So I know if I help you, like Zig Ziglar said it best, if you help enough people get what they want in life, you will eventually get what you want. It just is what it is. It's just a law of the universe. You know, if I can help you develop yourself where you're prepping, you've worked on your mind. I mean, because I really firmly believe that you're not going to be an effective prepper if you're mentally weak. I just believe that you're going to, you know, a lot of us are going to have to toughen up mentally, not physically, mentally, because physically, that's a given. You're going to have to toughen up physically. That just is what it is. Some folks going to have to get out and put some sweat equity in when the grid goes down. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, SHTF, you know, there are going to be some things. It's like, you know, I used to watch The Walking Dead, and it was amazing to me how the people who you would look at in society would be the weakest ended up being the strongest people. For example, and a lot of you guys, I know a lot of you guys probably watched The Walking Dead. Glenn was one of my favorite characters before they bashed his head in. Negan, of course, but Glenn, when you first meet Glenn is this little Asian kid that looks like he's puny as I don't know what, looks like he's never going to survive, and he ends up being one of the strongest people in the show, in the series. Carol was being abused by her husband. She ended up being one of the biggest rock stars, and I don't watch it anymore. I stopped watching it like 2 seasons ago, because it just got to the point where it was. Anyway, I don't like to badmouth anything. I don't like to bash anything. Great show still, you know, and I'm sure it's still rolling. But I just got to the point I was disinterested. No. So, I hope that knocked me off. Okay, there's a phone call coming in. Gosh, what was I gonna tell you guys? I apologize, because I I thought I had turned the chimes off. I thought I had turned the vibrations off. Thought I had turned all that stuff off, guys. I apologize. But I think the weak are going to be strong, and I think the people that we think are strong. I don't know if they're going to make it or not. You know, these big buff, huge, you know, muscle magnets, and I lift weights. You know, those kind of guys. I'm not sure if they're going to be okay. You know, honestly, because you're used to taking in, you know, 3,000 calories a day, and you go down to, you know, 200, 500, whatever. I mean, y'all saw what I ate, you know, and I've had some calories in, because this juice is like, that's about 700 calories. This guac is, I don't know, that might be 300 calories, if that. So, you know, my resting calorie intake, even if I don't do it in a day, it's supposed to be like 1,700. I'm pretty active, so, you know, I need more. And I'm just thinking about these guys who go work out all the time and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people are going to be in for a rude awakening. Also, if you're the type of person that you're just a couch potato and you sit around and you snack all day and you're overweight, it's going to be a rude awakening. I'm telling you, get your happy hips out now and start doing some things. Because if you don't, and it doesn't even have to be a grid down scenario. It doesn't have to be SHTF. It can just be something silly like, I don't know, a storm blows through and knocks a tree down in your yard, and you're out there trying to clean up the tree, and you're struggling. I mean, how many people have you heard of, they were out, something happened. Prime example, I mean, I'm in the car right now. Let's say you're out, you know, you're trying to get back home one night and you have a blowout, and you don't have any signal on your phone, and you got to get out and change the tire, and you're huffing and puffing, excuse me, trying to change a tire. We have got to do better. And I know I'm covering a broad, you know, I told you guys I had some dry time, so this is going to be a rant. But you know, it's still based on just treating people the way you want to be treated. You know, it's not, and nowadays in time, it's not like it used to be when I was growing up. You know, I grew up in the country pretty much. If I had a blowout on the highway, I could walk up the road a mile or so. I can knock on the people's door and one not get shot, ask them to use the telephone, and they would probably come help me. Be like, oh yeah, you need to change the tire and you don't have a jack. Okay, cool, no problem. We'll come down there and help you. And heck, when I was coming up, people just come down there and change the tire for you and wouldn't charge you anything. Now, I'd be scared to have somebody to help me. I don't want to say that. Because I don't live in fear. I would be cautious. I'll be real cautious. Somebody trying to be real friendly. And I know I said treat others the way you want to be treated. I'll be cautious if somebody's trying to help me. I'm just telling y'all the truth. That just is what it is. You know, that's just real life. That's the life we lead now. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry about the chimes, y'all. Oh my. So, it's a different time. It's a different day if it's different. I was watching one of the guys I follow, and he was talking about the grand solar minimum, and I really hadn't gotten into all that. I know that the planet seems to be changing, but if you study history, the planet is constantly changing. Constantly. You know, we have gone through times, well, I say we, I wasn't there. But it all depends on how you believe too. Because if you believe in, anyway, I'm not even gonna go down that road. That's a rabbit hole that if some people heard me talking about, they be like, oh my God, he's an exorcism. And I was watching, oh man, I always forget my buddy's page. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you guys. Breakout from the Prison Planet. I was watching his channel earlier, and he referred to this other dude, and I went on his page and I started listening. I got about 8-9 minutes in. I was like, nah, I'm not ready for this deep stuff right now. And I'm aware of some of that stuff, but I was like, nah, not today. And I'm pretty open to, any information. Because Because, you know, there's a grand scheme of things at large. And like I talked about in one of my videos the other day, if you look at our planet and our solar system, even as vast and as big and as huge as our solar system is, it's nothing compared to the universe at large. There are galaxies and galaxies and solar systems and planets and stars. And they keep discovering more, not just planets, but more galaxies. Not even as far as the eye can see, as far as we can send a satellite out and take a picture. They're discovering more. And it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. You know, we as Earthlings, that's why I'm so glad my buddy showed me how to put, you know, videos on my thing. You gotta watch the Earthlings documentary that's on my channel now. Go and watch Earthlings documentary, and it'll make you wonder. It's like, golly, we're supposed to be humans, but we're terrible humans. And all we're trying to do, I mean, it's just crazy because we're always pitting one against each other. You know, this set is trying to one up this other set. These people are trying to knock these folks down. And we're all humans. And it kills me that because of a skin tone or a hair texture, and this goes for everybody, we think we're either better or worse than each other. What? As if we don't have bigger fish to fry. Oh God, that's a meat reference. I need to take that out of my vocabulary. As if we don't have better beans to burn. Hit the like button. So, I'm gonna wrap up. In closing, treat others the way you want to be treated. Start working on yourself. Start becoming more mentally strong, because that's what we're gonna need if and when something ever happens. We're gonna need mentally strong-minded people. We're gonna need people that's gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna survive no matter what. You know? Because there's gonna be a lot of people that's just gonna check out. They're gonna be without power for 3 days. They're gonna see that it's not coming back on, and they're gonna blow their brains out. I don't want you to be one of them. And I love you enough to tell you the truth, because I know for a fact that kind of crazy stuff is gonna go on. And you know what? Oh, now that I can do it, I'm gonna ask him first. I got another YouTube. I always say everybody's my friend, but this guy I know on YouTube, he's got this awesome series. I would love to put it on my channel. But he has, like, golly, he's probably got 35, 40 episodes of this thing. Such a good story. I'm gonna email him and ask him. Anyway, I digressed. So treat others the way that you want to be treated. Hit the subscribe button. That's gonna help you. Also, make sure that you start becoming more mentally strong. You're always gonna need money, so go out and hustle. My channel and my message is not gonna change. It's always gonna be go hustle, get you some money, and prep. Hustle, prep. Hustle, prep. And maybe we'll be able to, you know, find us some land one day, meet up, buy that land, and hustle and prep on our own land. I'd love to have you as a neighbor, okay? Because if you're watching me, that means we have like-minded. We're kindred spirits. And I believe in the good in people. I really truly do. I cautiously believe in the good in people. So, in closing, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment. You guys are so kind. I want to thank you for being so kind. I really thought I had some trolls by now. I thought I had some people that were just being disrespectful. Haven't had that. And I guess because I spout the truth. And I appreciate you guys, like, you know, just throwing in, hey, I would do this, or, you know, have you thought about that, or, you know, I would definitely. And I love this What Would You Do series. That What Would You Do series is the bomb.com. Come on, baby, come on. That What Would You Do series, I love that. Even though I came up with it myself, it's our series, okay? It's all ours. So gotta abuse you a little bit. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment, okay? And I leave my email and I leave my phone number. I want to connect with you guys, okay? This is a small station right now. This is a small channel right now. Take advantage of it, because I'm telling you, it's not going to be small long. And I put my email out there, and when it goes out to the masses, some people are going to be contacting me. Some people are going to be calling me. I guarantee it. So, my phone's blowing up, and I will talk to y'all another time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys enough to tell you the truth. Y'all be blessed. Take care.